A lot of things happened in 1986. Hands Across America, a small talk show hosted by Oprah Winfrey debuted, and we had the Challenger disaster and the Chernobyl disaster. But one thing that happened in the Transformers history is the first appearance of Decepticons as cars. So today I'm going to do a retro toy review on Menasaur, and this bag is everything we need to form Menasaur. So let's go do it. What is happening, folks? It is Jimmy G in the place to be, bringing you back to another episode of The Good, the Bad, the Awesome, where I unbox, give my first reaction to all things pop culture. So if you like that kind of stuff, hit that like, subscribe, get notified when we have new videos, and we will try to post those new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. A few things I don't want you to forget about. We do have our 4,000 subscriber giveaway going on till Valentine's Day, so make sure you enter that. And every Sunday we have a new show called The Forge, and so I want y'all to make sure that y'all tune in with Billy the Kid and Jimmy G in the place to be for The Forge, so that way you can hear us talk all things Transformers. But we're here today with a retro toy review, and this is a toy that I never owned as a kid but always wanted to. So I have to thank two people here. So first of all, thank you Rocky at Krypto Comics for Wildrider, Dead End, and Breakdown. I was able to pick those up in a package when he got a bunch of vintage Transformers, so I was able to pick them up. They were complete, they were beautiful, they were awesome. And then thank you John for Motormaster and some of the parts here for Menasaur, and then also for finding me a dragstrip. And so now my Menasaur is complete that I have. So if you don't know who Menasaur is, first appearing in the Key to Vector Sigma in 1986, Menasaur is the Stunticons as combined form. So the Stunticons were basically Megatron's answer. He needed road power, and so he created the Stunticons using the Key to Vector Sigma to give them life. We get introduced to Alpha Trion and all those guys, and as we know, the Autobots then create the aerial bots to combat the Stunticons. So if the Decepticons have road power, the Autobots need air power. So and the Stunticon team does consist of 5 members, and we've got Motormaster here, kind of the leader of them all. And then we have Breakdown, which is the Lambo. We have Dragstrip, we have Dead End, and we have Wildrider. And so those 5 will combine to form Menasaur. And so I always wanted Menasaur as a kid, but we just couldn't afford him. So I had Devastator, but never had Menasaur. But now I do have him because I'm an adult and I've got adult money and I can get things. And so now I do have Menasaur. So let's take a look at each one of these one by one in their alt forms to show you what they've got. So the first one we want to take a look at right here is good old Wildrider. Give me just a second. I got to adjust my camera for one moment. Okay, sorry about that, folks. I have this weird like product autofocus for this camera. It's the Sony ZV-1, and sometimes it just likes to go in and out. So let's get back to it. This here is Wildrider, and beautiful shape. Whoever had this took amazing care of it. Now, the only thing that I would probably do is get the repro labels for all of these guys and maybe redo the labels. But on Wildrider, he actually looks pretty decent. Labels look pretty good. Everything looks good. There's not a lot of wear on him. He does come with his big old cannon that these fit right here on the back, like so. So they can have weapons. I don't remember that in the cartoon, but anyway, there we have Wildrider, and then we also have his pew pew right here, so his nice little gun. So there he is, beautiful paint app, everything there. And then next, let's take a look at Dead End, and again, this one was from that Krypto lot and is in wonderful shape. I mean, it doesn't even look like it was played with, folks. That was just crazy at the shape that this toy is in. I mean, even the windows don't have much scratches or anything like that, so really nice. We got his pew pew bang bang gun right here, his chitty chitty bang bang, that we can put on top. There we go. And then we also have his gun too as well. So that's the cool thing. I was able to get all the Stunticons complete with their weapons, but I didn't have all the parts. Now this is one that John was able to find for me, and this is dragstrip, so he's a little bit more worn down, has a little chunk there, but overall still in pretty decent shape. We'll probably get repro labels to fix this guy up a little bit of loosey-goosey right here, and so we'll have to tighten that up with a little kiki. And so, but there is good old dragstrip. We do have his, but the miracle working thing is we do have his gun. So boom, boom, boom. And then also his purple Nurple there too as well. And then one of my favorite is Breakdown. This one looks good, has a little bit more wear on him, but still in a really, really, really good shape. Just beautiful, 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 beautiful. I mean, just all of them roll really well too as well. But yeah, I love him because I love the Lamborghinis. I love Sideswipe. I love Sunstreaker. Love Red Alert. All those guys. Deep Cover. All those guys. But there we go. We got his nice blue gun. Stick that on top. And then his Pew Pew Bang Bang too. And last but not least, the leader of them all, we've got Motormaster. Now, the bad thing is Motormaster really should be about as big as Optimus Prime. But this one is not, unfortunately. He is a little tiny guy in the toys, but he should be big and menacing, but he does look like he's in really great shape. I got this one from John, so thank you again, John. We do, I don't know if those are hubcaps that are missing or it's just, that's just the way it is, but other than that, still looks pretty good, pretty decent. And his gun and his sword are in the bag there, and like I said, rolls really, really well. And so yeah, just beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Love me some cars. Love the Stunticons. They are just some of my favorite teams. I've got the Magic Square Stunticon team. I also got the Rising Force, which I can't wait to do a battle with those guys. I did get rid of my Transformers Legacy Menasaur. I kind of wish I didn't, but I did. Hey, what are you gonna do? I would love to get DX9's Masterpiece Menasaur. That would be awesome. But there they all are. So I'm going to take some good, kind of product shots of these guys, and then we'll get them transformed into their robot mode and take a look at them there. And here you have them, folks, in their robot mode, the Stunticons. The Stunticons are here to destroy the Autobots and their leader. That's all I got for you. But here they are, folks, just transforming them. They are very simplistic, very easy, but we'll take a look at them each one by one. I mean, most of them, their size is anywhere from 3.5 to 3 inches, except for Motormaster, he's almost 6 inches tall. So first of all, let's take a look at Dead End. Here he is. So Dead End, Dead End, Dead End, Dead End, Dead End, Dead End, Dead End. There he is. I mean, still really great looking bot. The only articulation you got is this. I do love how these fold out to make his legs. So that is very, very cool. So there is Dead End. Let's bring in Wildrider. We want a Wildrider. Now, if you want to make him really tall, you can always just really, well, no, not Wildrider, Dead End. If you want to make Dead End really tall, you can just squeeze him up like that. But no, you don't want to do that. But there is Wildrider. He's shorter, but he is still cool. But I mean, just overall, these bots are in really, really great shape. So whoever had these beforehand took really, really good care of them. We'll take a look at Breakdown, my favorite of the group, but there he is, just gorgeous, I tell you. But looks good. And then dragstrip just needs a little bit of love, needs some repo labels again, like I've been saying. Just needs a little bit of love. But I mean, faces are very generic. The best face I like is Dead End's, just with the gold. I mean, it just looks really good. And then Motormaster himself gets this S word and, of course, the gun. He does need his labels, but right now we'll just leave him like he is. But there he is from the front, the side, the back, the side, and the front. But yeah, they're just big bricks. as a kid, use your imagination. You used them. Now, as we grow up, the toys do evolve that have better articulation, things like that. If you want a really good copy that doesn't take up a lot of room, Magic Square's Highway Overlord. If you can't afford that one, go with the KO, the Tiger Wing one. I've done a review on either one of those. They are really, really great bots. They have some really great articulation, but they're a pain in the butt to transform. But they are some of the best looking Menasaur. And then if you need a masterpiece level, DX9's Menasaur is really, really nice too as well. Nothing wrong with Legacies. He's just a little short, but you have to get the, if you get the DNA upgrade kit, it'll work out great. So from a comparison to a size, I'm going to bring in my favorite little guy here. It's Sideswipe. And so there you can kind of see how he compares to all of them right there. Sideswipe is a bit taller, shorter than Menasaur. Now, if these guys were true to scale, of course, the cars would be a lot bigger, the bots would be a lot bigger, but man, that would be a huge, huge, huge combiner for the 80s. Mom and Dad would not buy it because it would be so expensive and it would ruin Christmas for you as a kid in 86. You would be crying and you would probably be a very emotionally scarred adult right now. Of course, if you never got Menasaur, you'd be emotionally scarred like me, unless you get him as an adult. So let's take them on a journey. Let's combine them to form Menasaur. Okay, folks, here he is. He's all in his combined form, ready to be combined to form Menasaur. So I got all the pieces and parts here to show you, and we'll combine him live on camera. The cool thing about Menasaur and Superion, they were kind of part of what's called Scramble City. So you could mix and match. So you could put whichever bots you wanted to wherever. You could have dragstrip as a leg if you wanted to. But I'm going to put him in his traditional form. So the first couple things, first I want to show you the head. And so I've got the red head right here, red dead revolver, but right there. I also have the other head too as well that didn't have any color in it. So that was kind of like the original. And then this was like the a later release of that. But you got the red head, real simple. That head just simply goes right here. You just push it in and there you go. I don't know if you all saw that because my camera was down, but yeah, you just push the head in and it goes right here. Now, the one thing I don't like how the motormaster's feet, they ask you to keep it like this. I kind of push them up just to get them out of the way. So that way I think it looks a bit cleaner that way. But then the next thing is the hip skirt here. You kind of put this right here and that covers up that part. And then you got this chest piece that goes right here. And so you got the first part of Menasaur ready. So let's go ahead and put on the feet. And so what's cool about the feet is there are little letters on there that say right or left. And so you can put them that way, or you can even, if you wanted to, do them this way if you want to. It's your toy. You can do it however you want to. But we will do it the way it shows you in the original vintage instructions. So heads pop into here. And so you're going to push that in as best as you can. Sometimes it just takes a little forcing. And there you go. So we got that head in there. And let me pop my camera up a little bit more so we can get them all in there. Boom. Camera, why don't you pop up? There we go. And then next leg right here has L on it. So we're going to pop that head right in here. Goes in really nice and simple. Boom. So we've got the legs where they need to be. So there he is so far. And now we're just popping the arms. The arms pop in right here. And again, if you don't know which one's right or left, you just got to know your fists. Some people like to have the arms where they pull this down so it looks like this. I don't. I just keep them like here. So there we go. We'll pop that arm in. And then let's pop in dragstrip. Come on. Come on, there we go. And see, my drag strip's a little loose, so his arm's like lick like that. So, and then all you gotta do now is just put the gun in his hand, gun in one, and sword in the other. And if you want to do that before you put the fists on, you're more than welcome to, but now we have good old Menasaur in his combine mode. And that is what he looks like to the world. And so it's just, it just is one big brick here of goodness that is Menasaur. Let me push this back a little bit more so we can kind of get him into frame a bit better. But there he is. There is Menasaur all together. Height-wise, he stands at about 8 inches or 20 centimeters. So that is what he looks like. From an articulation standpoint, you do have the arms can move up and down like so, and that's about it. That's about it. That's all you got. And like I said, the truck, the instructions show to have these like this, but like I said, I like to keep it up like so there. But there he is. Let's bring it in for a closer look. That way we can kind of take a look at him. I need to get, like I said, the repro stickers, and we can kind of just pick the camera up and just kind of pan down. And there you go. That is what a Menasaur should look like. Actually, I got the feet on wrong. So right and left. Jimmy, righty, tighty, lefty, looty. Not my right, but Menasaur's right. So let me put the feet on the right place. And that's why they're so close together. You see, I have a problem with feet. Voltron, Menasaur, all of them. So there we go. Now the feet are on the right place. So now we can kind of take a look at it. All looks gorgeous and beautiful, just like a Menasaur should. I mean, he's just a big block, but he's my big block, and I just love him. There he is that way. There he is. To the back. There he is to the side. And there he is to the front. So yeah, one thing, I just need to tighten that arm up a little bit. But overall, I mean, there's not much to him. As a kid, this is what you had to play with, and this is what you did. And then he was a behemoth. And so let's compare him in size to, let's bring Sideswipe back in. So there we go. And we'll compare him to another Gestalt, I guess, so to speak. I should have probably submitted this guy in the Combiner Wars for the Transformers third party, but I didn't. And then we've got Devastator, the OG right there, man. That's the one I had as a kid. Not this exact one, but this was the one that I had. But yeah, about Devastator, still a little bit taller, but there they are together, as you can see. So let's get back together. Let's talk through my final thoughts on G1 Vintage Menasaur. So what are my final thoughts on G1 Vintage Menasaur, the Stunticons? Let's bring him back in, wobbly arm and all. He is a block. He is chunky. He has no articulation, but I love him. Just butt ugly awesome. Just love him. I mean, everything is like off, like the feet, like is off here. I don't know if you can see, one's like bigger than the other or whatever, but it just is great. This was back in the 80s. Our imagination had to take us places. But I just thought it was so cool that you can get 5 robots and combine them. And and 86 was the year, man. You had the Stunticons, the Combaticons, the Aerial Bots, you had Defensor. So you had the combiners coming, and they were coming fast and furious. And so that is awesome. No pun intended, fast and furious here. But since the key to Vector Sigma, I always wanted the Stunticons, and now I have them, and I'm excited. So the few things that I need to do, I need to get some repro labels to kind of just make sure everything looks pretty and looks good. Need to tighten up drag strip here a little bit, but other than that, I think this thing is beautiful, and it is gorgeous just the way it is. I would like to thank Rocky at Krypto Comics for Wildrider, Breakdown, and Dead End, and John Silva, one of my good friends. Very, very good friends, moved away to Maryland, but for motormaster and dragstrip here. So thank you, and for helping me find some of the parts too as well that I was missing. But that's all I got to say about that. I love these retro toys, and I love doing these retro toy reviews. And I hope they bring back the memories of old, when you go, man, I had that toy and I remember it was awesome, and now as an adult, it's a block. But I love this blog. I love it. So tune in next time when we do talk about something else good, bad, or awesome. And if you enjoyed this video, consider becoming a subscriber, consider becoming a member, or giving us super thanks. But in the meantime, y'all remember to stay young, have fun, and be awesome. I'm going to go play with my Menasaur a little bit more. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.